Good morning. Raise your hand if you find yourself getting distracted by your phone when trying to complete a task. I do too, especially in the classroom. I have conducted research on how integrating technology in the classroom has affected students. Technology in the classroom has affected students' ability to stay focused while listening to the teacher. This has led to a decrease in grades as students are not fully paying attention and are missing information. To help resolve these issues, teachers have started banning technology. However, this has not improved students' ability to stay focused, as technology has caused a form of anxiety called FOMO, which stands for fear of missing out. While in the classroom, technology can be very distracting for students, as they are tempted to check their phone for messages or go on social media apps while listening to their teacher. If you look at this picture here, you can see that this student is currently on their laptop on Facebook while their teacher is presenting. Multitasking may seem like a great way to get a lot done at one time, but it can actually affect your productivity. Kayla Hunt states that it takes students longer to complete assignments when they're consistently task switching because it wears out the brain. When focusing on one thing, we're able to complete a task a lot faster than multitasking. Because when we're multitasking, we're switching our attention back and forth between each task. And every time we switch our attention, our brain has to refocus, therefore tiring out the brain. I know I have found myself being less productive when trying to complete more than one thing at one time. Multitasking can also affect students' grades. When focusing on a task, our brain blocks out others around us. Therefore, trying to multitask while the teacher is talking, students can find themselves missing information given by the teacher. Caitlin May and Anastasia Elder mentioned a study that found participants did worse on a post-lecture exam when being distracted with social media. By students scrolling through Facebook or Instagram while listening to their teacher, they can miss key information that can lead to them misinterpreting the coursework. According to Corey C. Miller, when students use their devices, they are pulled away from the learning environment into a virtual world. This can result in distracted and disconnected learning in which students mentally enter and exit the course content. While banning technology in the classrooms may seem like the solution, students can still feel the urge to have a sneak peek. Technology has caused a form of anxiety called FOMO, fear of missing out. According to Chris Burdick, FOMO is a sense of dread when separated from our virtual social networks, comparable to the jitters of an addict in early withdrawal. This phenomenon was first identified by Dr. Dan Herman as FOBO in 1996. FOBO is the fear of a better option. This impacted many in their social life. This has graduated to a new phenomenon, FOMO, as a result of increasing addictions to social media and technology. Even with the technology ban, students can still find themselves being distracted, as they're worrying about if someone is messaging them or if they're missing out on social interactions. Students have the desire to stay connected with what others are doing and struggle disconnecting themselves from their devices. To conclude, technology has changed the way students focus in class. Students are more likely to multitask in class instead of giving their teacher their full attention. Studies have shown that media multitasking has resulted in decreased grades. When trying to resolve these issues by banning technology, we find ourselves battling FOMO. If banning technology in the classroom couldn't resolve these issues, how can we fix this problem? Thank you for listening.